word, we'll not carry coals.
No, for then we should be colliers.
I mean, and we be in collar, we'll draw.
Aye, and while you live, draw your neck about the collar.
I strike quickly being moved.
For thou art not quickly moved to strike.
A dog of the house of Montague moves me.
To move is to stir, to be valiant is to stand. Therefore, if thou art moved, thou runst away.
A dog of that house shall move me to stand. I will take the wall of any man or maid of Montague.
That shows thee to be a weak slave, for the weakest go to the wall.
True, and therefore women, being the weaker vessels, are ever thrust to the wall. Therefore, I will push Montague's men from the wall, and thrust his maids to the wall.
The quarrel is between our masters and us their men.
'Tis all one. I will show myself a tyrant. When I have fought with the men, I will be civil with the maids, and cut off their heads.
The heads of the maids.
Aye, the heads of the maids, or their maiden heads. Take it in what sense thou wilt.
They must take it in sense that feel it.
Me they shall feel while I am able to stand. And 'tis known I am a pretty piece of flesh.
Draw thy tool. Here come two of the house of Montague.
And my naked weapon is out. Quarrel, I will back thee.
How? Turn thy back and run?
Fear me not.
No, merely. I fear thee.
Let us take the law of our side. Let them begin.
I will frown as they pass by. Let them take it as they list.
Nay, as they dare. I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them if they bear it. Oh.
Do you bite short thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite short thumb at us, sir?
Is the law of our side if I say I?
No.
No, sir. I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir? Quarrel, sir. No, sir.
If you do, sir, I am for you. I serve as good a man as you.
No better.
Well, sir.
Say better. Here comes one of my master's kinsmen.
Yes, better, sir.
You lie!
Oh, Gregory!
Off, you mean man!
Down with the Capulet! Look upon thy death.
I do to keep the peace. Put up thy sword and menace it to part these men with me.
What? Drawn and talk of peace. I hate the words. I hate hell, all monsters and thieves. Have at thee, coward.
The belly of subject and meets the peace. On pain of torture from those bloody hands, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground and hear the sentence of your rooted prince. 3 civil brawls, bred of an airy word by the old Capulet, and Montague have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall be the forfeit of the peace. For this time all the rest depart away. You, Capulet, shall go along with me. And Montague, come you this afternoon to know our further pleasure in this case. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart!
Who set this ancient quarrel you approach? Speak, nephew, were you by when it began?
Here were the servants of your adversary, and yours close fighting ere I did approach. I drew to part them. In the instant came the fiery Tybalt, with his sword prepared, while we were interchanging thrusts and blows, came more and more who fought on parts and parts, till the prince came, who parted other parts.
Oh, where is Romeo? Saw you him today? Right glad I am you was not at this fray.
Madam, an hour before the worshipped sun peered forth the golden window of the east, a troubled mind drove me to walk abroad, where underneath a grove of sycamore that westward rooteth on the city side, so early walking did I see your son.
Many a morning hath he there been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning dew, adding to clouds more clouds with his deep sighs, and private in his chamber pins himself shuts up his windows, locks fair daylight out, and makes himself an artificial night.
Do you know the cause?
I neither know it nor can learn of him. Is to himself. I will not say how true, but to himself so secret and so close. Could we but learn from whence his sorrows flow, we would as willingly give cure as know.
See where he comes. So please you, step aside. I'll know his grievance or be much enough. Good morrow, cousin.
Is the day so young?
But you struck 9?
I mean, sad hours seem long. Was that my mother that went head so fast?
It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love.
Out.
Of love.
Out of her favor where I am in love.
Alas, that love so gentle in his view should be so rough and tyrannous in proof.
Alas, that love whose view is muffled still should without eyes see pathways to his will. Where shall we dine? What fray was here? Yet tell me not, for I have heard it all. Here's much to do with hate, but more with love. Why then, O brawling love? O loving hate? O anything of nothing first created? O heavy lightness, serious vanity, misshapen chaos of well-seeming forms, feather of lead, bright smoke, cold fire, sick health, still waking sleep that is not what it is. This love feel I that feel no love in this. Dost thou not laugh?
No, cause I'd rather weep.
We called it what?
At thy good heart's oppression.
Why, such is love's transgression. Farewell, my cause.
Soft, I will go along, and if you leave me so, you do me wrong. Tell me in sadness, who is that you love?
What, shall I groan and tell thee?
Groan, why no, but sadly tell me who.
Did a sick man in sadness make his will? A word ill-urged to one that is so ill. In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I ain't so near when I suppose you love.
A right fair mark, man. And she's fair, I love. Shall not be hit with Cupid's arrow. No, she is rich in beauty, only poor, that when she dies, with beauty dies her store.
So she hath sworn that she will still live chaste.
She hath. And in that sparing makes huge waste, for beauty starved with her severity cuts beauty off from all posterity. She hath forsworn to love, and in that vow do I live dead that live to tell it now.
Be ruled by me. Forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty unto thine eyes. Examine other beauties.
Show me a mistress that is passing fair. What doth her beauty serve but as a note where I may read who passed that passing fair? Farewell, my cuz, thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctor or else die in debt.
What now, my lord? What say you to the County Paris's suit?
Say nor what I have said before. My child is yet a stranger in the world. She hath not seen the change of 14 years. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride, ere we may think her right to be a bride.
Younger than she, our happy mother's maid.
Too soon marred are those so early made. The earth has swallowed all my hopes, but she is the hopeful lady of my earth. But if he woos her and gentle Paris gets her heart, my will to her consent is but a part, and she agree within her scope of choice, lies my consent in fair according voice. Sirrah! Sirrah! Go, Sirrah, trudge about through fair Verona, find those persons out whose names are written there, and to them say, this night I hold an old accustomed feast, whereto I have invited many a guest, my house and welcome on their pleasure stay.
Find them out, whose names are written here.
But I am sent to find those persons whose names are here writ, and can never find what names the writing person hath here writ. I thus to the learned.
No, art thou mad?
Not mad, but bound more than a madman. Shut up in prison, kept without my food, whipped and tormented, and Good end, good fellow.
God give good den. I pray, sir, can you read?
Aye, mine own fortune in my misery.
Oh, perhaps you have one without book, then. But I pray, can you read anything you see?
Aye, if I know the letters and the language. Stay, fellow, I can read. Martino and his wife and daughter, Count Anselm and his beauteous sisters, the lady widow of Vitruvio, Signor Placentio and his lovely nieces, Mercutio and his brother Valentine, mine uncle Capulet, his wife and daughters, my fair niece Rosaline, Livia, Signor Valencio and his cousin Tybalt, Lucio and the lively Helena. A fair assembly, whither should they come?
Up
Whither?
to supper. To our house.
Whose house?
My master's.
Indeed, I should have asked you that before.
And now I'll tell you without asking. My master is the great rich Capulet, and if you be not of the house of Montague, I pray, come and crush a cup of wine. Rest you merry. Oh!
At this same ancient feast, the Capulets, with all the admired beauties of Verona, go thither, and with unattainted eye compare her face with some that I shall show, and I will make thee think thy swan a crow.
I'll go along, no such sight be shown, but to rejoice in splendor of mine own.
Now, by my maidenhead, at 12-year-old, I bade her come. What lamb? What lady? God forbid, where is this girl? Oh. Juliet! How are you called? Your mother!
Darling, I am here. What is your will?
This is the matter. Nurse, give leave a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I've remembered thee. Thou hearest our counsel. Thou knowest my daughter's of a pretty age.
Faith, I can tell her age unto an hour.
She's not 14.
Nay, I lay 14 of my teeth. And yet, to my teen be it spoken, I have but 4. She's not 14. Thou wast the prettiest babe that e'er I nursed. And I might live to see thee married once. I have my wish.
Marry. That marry's the very theme I come to talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honor I dream not of.
An honor? Were not I thine only nurse, I would say thou hadst sucked wisdom from thy teeth.
Well, think on marriage now. Younger than you here in Verona, ladies of esteem, are made already mothers. By my account, I was your mother much upon these years that you are now a maid. Thus in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
A man, young lady, such a man as all the world. Why, he's a man of wax.
Verona's summer hath not such a flower.
Nay, a flower, in faith, a very flower.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast. Read o'er the volume of young Paris's face, and see delight there writ with beauty's pen. Examine every married lineament, and see how one another lends content, and what obscured in his fair volume lies. See written in the margins of his eyes. This book of love, this unbound lover, to beautify him only lacks a cover. This book in many's eyes doth share the glory that with gold clasps locks in the golden story. So shall you share all that he doth possess, by having him making yourself no less.
No less, nay bigger. Women grow by men.
What say you? Can you like of Paris's love?
Oh, look to like, if looking liking move. That's no more deep will I indulge mine eye than your consent gives strength to make it fly.
Madame! The guests are come, supper served out, the young lady asked for the nurse cast in the pantry, and everything in extremity. I must tend to it, I beseech you.
We follow thee. Go, girl. Sing happy nights to happy days.
Shall this speech be spoke for our excuse, or shall we on without apology?
The date is out of such prolixity. We'll have no Cupid hoodwinked with a scarf, bearing a Tartar's painted bow over that. Scaring the lady for the crow-keeper. No, without book prologue, faintly spoke after the prompter for entrance. But let them measure us by what they will. We'll measure them a measure, and be gone.
A torch for me, I am not for this ambling. Being but heavy, I will bear the light.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dead.
Not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead, so stakes me to the ground, I cannot move.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings. Soar with the carbon bound.
I am too sore in pierced with his shaft, too sore with his light feathers. And so bound I cannot bound a pitch above dull woes. Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking, and you beat love down. Give me a taste to put my visage in. A visor for a visor. What care I, what curious eye doth poke deformities? Here are the beetle's brows shall blush for me.
Well, rocket enter, no sooner in, but every man take your bag.
I'll be a candle holder and look on. The game was ne'er so fair, and I am done.
Come, we burn daylight whole.
Nay, that's not so.
Me, sir, in delay. We waste our light in vain.
And we mean well in going to this mask, but 'tis no wit to go.
Why, may one ask?
I dreamt a dream tonight.
Oh, and so did I.
Well, what was yours?
The dreamers often lie.
In bed asleep, where they do dream things true.
Oh, and I see that Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little atomy, athwart men's noses as they lie asleep. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut, made by the joiner squirrel or old grub. I am not mind the fairy's coachmaker. And in this state, she gallops night by night over lovers' brains, and they do dream on love, or courtier's knees, who dream on curtsies straight, or lawyer's fingers, who straight dream on fees. Over ladies' lips, who dream on kisses straight, which oft the angry Mab with blisters plays, for the breaths with sweetmeats tainted are. Sometimes she gallops over a courtier's nose, and then dreams he of smelling out another suit. Sometimes comes she with a tied pig's tail, tickling a parson's nose as he lies asleep, and then dreams he of another benefice. Amen. Sometimes she driveth over a soldier's neck, and then dreams he of cutting foreign throats, of breeches, ambuscados, Spanish blades, of health, 5 fathom deep, and anon drums in his ear. And he starts, and waits, and being thus frightened, swears a prayer too, and sleeps again. This is the very man that plats the manes of horses in the night, and bakes the elf-locks in foul, sluttish hair, which once untangled, much misfortune bodes. This is the hag. When maids lie on their backs, that presses them, learns them first to bear, making them women of good courage. This is she!
Peace, Mercutio. Peace. Thou talks of nothing.
Supper is done and we shall come too late.
I fear too early. For my mind misgives some consequence, yet hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin his fearful date with this night's revels. But he that hath the steerage of my course, direct my sail. On, lusty gentlemen.
Strike the drum!
Welcome, gentlemen. Which of you, my mistresses, will now deny to dance? You're welcome, gentlemen. Come, musicians, play. A hall, give room. And footed girls. 4 lights, you knaves. And turn the tables up.
She hangs upon the cheek of night as a rich jewel in an Ethiop's ear. Beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. The measure done, I'll watch her place of stand, and touching hers make blessed my rude hand. With my heart lost till now, to swear at sight, for I never saw true beauty till this night.
This by his voice should be a Montague. Fetch my rapier, boy. What dares a slave come hither, covered with an antic face, to fleer and scorn at our solemnity this night? Now by the stock and honor of my king, to strike him dead I hold it not a sin.
Why, how now, kinsman, wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe, a villain come hither in spite, to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Ah, young Romeo, is it?
'Tis he, that villain Romeo!
Oh, content thee, gentle coz, he bears him like a portly gentleman, and to say truth, Verona brags of him to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. I would not, for the wealth and all the town here in my house, do him disparagement. Therefore be patient, take no note of him.
Well, it fits when such a villain is a guest, I'll not endure him.
He shall be endured, what? Goodman boy, I say he shall go too, and my master here, or you go too. You'll not endure him. God may mend my soul, you'll make a mutiny among my guests. Be quiet, or more light, more light. For shame, I'll make you quiet. But, oh, cheerly my heart.
I will withdraw, but this intrusion, now seeming sweet, shall convert to bitter gall.
If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle sin is this: my lips, two blushing pilgrims ready stand, to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hands too much, which manly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrim hands do touch, and palm to palm as holy promise kiss.
Have thou saints' lips, and holy palmers too?
Aye, pilgrim lips that they must use in prayer.
Well then, dear saint, what lips do what hands do. They pray, grant thou, lest fate turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not, while my prayer's effect I take. Thus, from my lips by thine my sin is purged.
Then have my lips the sin that they have took.
Sin from my lips, O trespass sweetly urged. Give me my sin again.
Kissed by the book.
Juliet! Your mother craves a word with you.
What is her mother?
Married bachelor. Her mother is the lady of the house, and a good lady, and a wise and virtuous. I nursed her daughter that you talked withal. I tell you, he that can lay hold of her shall have the chinks.
Is she a Capulet? Oh, dear account! My life is my foe's debt.
Romeo, away, begone! The sport is at the best.
So I fear the more is my unrest.
Hey, gentlemen, prepare not to be gone. Oh, well, then, I thank you all. I thank you, honest gentlemen. Good night. More torches here. Come on, then, let's to bed. Sarab, I might say, it waxes late. Now to my rest.
Come hither, nurse. What is yon gentleman? What's he that follows that would not dance?
I know not.
Go, ask his name. If he be married, my grave is like to be my wedding bed.
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate. Too early seen, unknown, and known too late. Prodigious birth of love it is to me that I should love a loaded enemy.
What's this? What's this?
Juliet!
Anon! Anon! Come, let's away. The strangers are all gone.
Can I go forward when my heart is here? Turn back, dull earth, and find thy center out.
Romeo! My cousin Romeo! He ran this way and left this orchard wall. Call them Mercutio.
Nay! I'll conjure too. Romeo! Humors! Batman! Passion! Appear now in the likeness of a sigh. Speak but one rhyme and I shall be satisfied.
If he hears thee, thou wilt anger him.
Good night, Romeo. I'll to my truckle bed. This field bed is too cold for me to sleep. Shall we go?
He jests at scars that never felt a wound. It's soft. What light through yonder window breaks? is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vesture livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. Oh, it is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all the heavens, having some business, do entreat her eyes to sparkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth a lamp. Her eye in heaven would through the airy region stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Ay me.
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel.
Oh. Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's a Montague? 'Tis no hand, no foot, no arm, no face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized.
What man
Henceforth I
thou
never
dost
will be
discreet
Romeo.
night so stumblest on my cancel.
By a name I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's utterance. Yet I know the sound. Art thou not a Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair maid, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place, death. Considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wings that I will perch these walls. For stony limits cannot hold love out. And what love can do, that dares love attends. Therefore thy kinsmen are no left to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their sight. And but thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued wanting of thy love.
By whose direction found thou out this place?
My love did first has taught me to inquire.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush bepaint my cheek, but that which thou hast heard me speak tonight, fain would I dwell on form, fain deny what I have spoke, but farewell compliment. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thee at thy word. But if thou swearest, thou mayst prove false. Oh, gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. For if thou thinkst I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse and say thee nay. So thou wilt woo, I'll spart not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayst think my behaviour light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more cunning to be strange. I should have been more strange, I must confess, but that thou overheardst ere I was ware my true love's passion. Therefore pardon me, and not impute this yielding to light love which the dark night hath so discovered.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon I vow, that tips with silver all be
swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, which monthly changes in her circled herb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all. Or if thou wilt swear by thy gracious self, which is the God of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
With my heart's dear
Well,
love.
do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which doth cease to be ere one can say it lighted. Sweet. Good night. This bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night. Good night. As sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within my breast.
Oh? Wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
But I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I would it were to give again.
If thou wert try. For what purpose, then?
And yet I would it were to give again. I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu. I come anon. Sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little. I will come again.
Oh, blessed night. I am afeard being in night, all this is but a dream. Too flattering sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honourable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow by one which I'll procure to come to thee, where and what time thou wilt perform the rite. And all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam!
I come anon, but if thou meanest not well, I do beseech thee,
Madam!
by and by I come to cease thy suit and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow will I send.
So thrive my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worse to want thy light. Love goes toward love, as schoolboys from their books, but love from love toward school with heavy looks.
Hist! Romeo! Hist, Romeo!
My dear?
At what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
At the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I have forgot why I did call thee back.
Let me stand here till I remember it.
Then I shall forget to have thee still stand there, remembering how I do love thy company.
And I'll still stand. To have thee still forgetting any other home but this.
It is almost morning. I would have thee gone, yet no further than a wanton's bird who lets it hop a little out of her hand, like a poor prisoner in his twisted gyves, and with a silk thread plucks it back again, so loving jealous of his liberty.
And would I were thy bird?
Sweet. So would I. And yet I should kill thee with much cherishing. Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow, but I shall say good night till it be morning.
Sleep well in thine eyes. Peace in thy breast. Would I were sleep and peace, so sweet to rest. Hence will I to the ghostly abbess sell, her help to crave and my dear hap to tell.
The grey-eyed morn smiles in the frowning night, checkering the eastern clouds with streaks of light, and flecked darkness like a drumgood reels from forth day's path and Titan's fiery wheels. Now ere the sun advances burning eye, the day to cheer and night's dank dew to dry. I must fulfill this azure cage of ours with baleful weeds and precious juice of flowers. The earth, that's nature's mother, is her womb. What is her bearing grave, that is her tomb. Within the infant rind of this weak flower, poison hath residence and medicine power.
Tomorrow, mother.
Benedicite. What early tongue so sweet saluteth me? Young son, it argues a distempered head, so soon to bid good morrow to thy bed. Therefore thy earliness doth me assure thou art aroused by some distemperature. Or if not so, then here I hit it right. Our Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
That last is true. The sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin!
My ghostly mother, no!
Been plain, good son. But where hast thou been then?
I'll tell it thee ere thou ask it me again. I have been feasting with mine enemy.
Be plain, good son, and homely in thy drift. Riddling confession find, but riddling shrift.
Then plainly know, my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet. As mine on hers, so hers is set on mine, and all combined, save what thou must combine by holy marriage. When and where and how we met, we wooed and made exchange of vow. I'll tell thee as we pass, but this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Holy Saint Francis, what a change is here! Is Rosaline whom thou thou didst love so dear, so soon forsaken? Young men's love that lies not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes. Jesu, my dear, what a deal of brine hath washed thy sallow cheeks for Rosaline! How much salt water thrown away in waste to season love that of it doth not taste! The sun, not yet thy sighs from heaven clears, thy old groans ring yet in my ancient ears. Lo, here upon thy cheek the stained upset of an old tear that is not washed off yet. If e'er thou wast thyself, and these woes thine, thou and these woes were all for Rosaline. And art thou changed? Pronounce the sentence then, women may fall when there's no strength in men.
I pray thee, chide me not. Her I love now doth grace for grace and love for love allow. The other did not so.
Oh, she knew well. Thy love did read but wrote that could not spell. But come, young waver, come. Go with me, in one respect all thy assistant be. For this alliance may so haply prove to turn your household's rancor to pure love.
Oh, let us hence, I stand on sudden haste.
Wisely and slow they stumble that run fast.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Came he not home last night?
Not to his father's. I spoke with his man. Tybalt, the kinsman of old Capulet, hath sent a letter to his father's house.
A challenge on my life.
Romeo will answer it.
Any man that can write can answer a letter.
Nay, he will answer the letter's master, how he dares being dead.
Alas for Romeo, he is already dead, stabbed with a white wench's black eye, shot in the ear with a love song, the very pin of his heart, cleft by the blind bow boy's butt shaft. And is he a man to encounter Tybalt?
Why, what is Tybalt?
More than Prince of Cats, I can tell you. Why, he is the courageous captain of compliments. He fights like you sing prick song, keeps time, distance, proportion, rests him his minimum rest, then 1, 2, and the third in your bosom. The very butcher of a silk button.
Oh.
A duelist. A duelist? A gentleman of the very first house, of the first and second cause. ¡Ay, de immortal pasado! ¡Ay, de punto reverso! ¡Ay!
What? Here comes Romeo! Here comes Romeo!
Without his grow, like a dried herring. Flesh. How art thou fishified? Signor Romeo! Bonjour! There's a French salutation for your French luck. It was a counterfeit last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give you?
The slip, sir. The slip canst thou not conceive?
Pardon, good Mercutio. My business was great. And in such a case as mine, a man may strain courtesy.
Such a case as yours may constrain a man to bound the hands.
I mean courtesy?
Thou hast most kindly hit it.
A most courteous exposition.
Nay, I am the very pink of courtesy.
Pink for flower.
Right.
Why then is my pump well flowered?
Come between me, good Benvolio, my wits faint.
Wits and spurs! Wits and spurs, or I'll cry a match.
Nay! If thy wits run the wild goose chase, I am but done. For thou hast more of the wild goose in one of thy wits than I am sure I have in all 5 of mine. Was I there for the goose?
Thou was never with me for anything when thou was not there for the goose.
I will bite thee in the ear for that jest.
Nay, good goose, bite not.
Now, is this not better than groaning for love? Now art thou Romeo. Now art thou sociable. Now art thou what thou art in art as well as nature. For all this dribbling about love is like some great natural, lolling up and down to hide his bubble in a hole.
Stop there, stop there.
Now does not Cyrus I tell the tale against the hair?
Here's a goodly gear.
Sail, a sail.
Two, a shirt and a smock.
Peter!
Oh, no.
My fan, Peter!
Good Peter, to hide her face. For her fan is the fair face.
God ye good morrow, gentlemen!
God ye good den, fair gentlewoman.
Is it good den?
Is no less, for the body hand of the dial is upon the very prick of noon.
woman, that God himself hath made himself tomorrow.
By my troth, it is well said, for himself tomorrow, quoth they. Gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I may find the young Romeo?
Ooh. I can tell you, but young Romeo will be older when you have found him than he was when you sought him. I am the youngest of that name, for fault of a worse.
You say well. If you be he, sir, I desire some confidence with you.
She will indict him to
Romeo! Will you come with us to your mother's? We to dinner, thither.
I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady. Farewell. Lady, lady, lady. Lady,
Mary,
lady.
farewell. I pray you, sir, what saucy merchant was this that was so full of his ropery?
One good nurse that loves to hear himself talk, and will say more in a minute than he will stand to in a month.
And he speak anything against me, I'll take him down. And we're lustier than he is, and 20 such jacks. And if I cannot, I'll find those that shall. Scurvy knave. I'm not of his flirt gills. I'm not of his skeins mates. And now I will stand by too, and suffer every knave to use me at his pleasure.
I saw no man use you a pleasure. If I did, my weapon should quickly have been out. I warrant you, I dare draw as soon as another man.
Now, poor God, I am so vexed that every part about me quivers. And as I said, my young lady bade me inquire you out. What she bade me say, I will keep to myself. But first, let me tell ye, if ye should lead her into a fool's paradise, as they say, it were a very gross kind of behavior, as they say, and very weak dealing.
Nurse, commend me, thy lady and mistress. I protest unto thee.
Oh, good heart. In faith, I will tell her as much. Lord, Lord, she will be a joyful woman.
What wilt thou tell her? Thou dost not mark me.
I will tell her that you do protest, which as I take it is a gentlemanlike offer.
Bid her devise some means to come to Shrift this afternoon, and there she shall at Mother Abbess' cell be shrived and married. Here is for thy penny.
No, truly, sir, not a penny.
So too I say you shall.
This afternoon, sir, she shall be there.
Nurse, commend me to thy lady.
Aye, 1,000 times. Peter, anon.
Clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse, and in half an hour she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet him. No, that's not so. Now is the sun upon the hindmost hill of this day's journey, and from 9 to 12 is 3 long hours, yet she has not come. Had she affections, warm, youthful blood, but old folks, many fain as if they were dead, unwieldy, slow, heavy, hairless. Oh God, here she comes. Oh honey, nurse, what news hast thou met with him? There he comes. Good nurse.
I am weary. Give me leave a while. Fie, how my bones ache. Oh,
Why,
Johnson.
wouldst thou had my bones and I thy news? Hey, come, I pray thee, speak. Good nurse, speak.
Jesu, what haste! Can you not stay a while? Can you not see that I am out of breath?
Is thy news good or bad? Answer to that. Say either and I'll stay the circumstance. Let me be satisfied. Is it good or bad?
Well, you have made a simple choice. You know not how to choose a man. Romeo? No, not he. Though his face be better than any man's, and yet his leg excels all men's. And for a hand, and a foot, and a body, though they be not talked on, yet they are past compare. He is not the flower of courtesy, but I'll warrant him as gentle as a lamb. Go thy ways, wench, serve God. What? Have you got it home?
No, but all this did I know before. What says he of our marriage? What of that?
Fie, how my head aches. Oh, what a head am I. My back. Other side. My back.
Sweet nurse. What says my love?
Your love says, like an honest gentleman, and a courteous, and a kind, and a handsome, and I'll warrant a virtuous. Where's your mother?
Where is my mother? Why, she is within. How oddly thou repliest. Your love says, like an honest gentleman, where is your mother?
Oh, God's lady dear, henceforward do your messages yourself.
Come in such a coil. What says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to Shrift today?
I have.
Then hie you hence to the abbess cell. There stays a husband to make you a wife. Go. I must another way to fetch a ladder by the which your love will climb a bird's nest soon when it is dark. I am the drudge and toil in your delight, but you shall bear the burden soon at night. Go, out to dinner. Hie you to the cell.
Smile the heavens upon this holy act, that after hours of sorrow chide us not.
Amen, amen. Do thou but close our hands with holy words, then let love-devouring death do what he dare. It is enough I may call her mine.
Oh, here comes the lady. Oh, so light of foot will ne'er wrap the everlasting flint. A lover may bestride the gossamer that idles in the wanton summer air, and yet not fall, so light is vanity.
Good even.
Romeo shall thank thee, daughter, for us both.
As much to him, else is he thanks too much.
Ah, Juliet, if that the measure of thy love be heaped like mine, and that thy skill be more to blazon it, then sweeten with thy honey breath this neighbor air, and let rich music's tongue unfold the imagined happiness that both receive in either by this dear encounter.
Come, for by your leaves you shall not be alone till Holy Church incorporates two in one.
I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, the Capulets abroad, and if we meet, we shall not escape a brawl. For now these hot days is the mad blood stirring.
Thou art like one of those fellows that when he enters the confines of a tavern, claps me his sword upon the table and says, God, send me no need of thee. And by the operation of the second cup, draws it on the drawer. When indeed there is no need.
And I like such a fellow.
Come, Thou art as hot a jack in thy mood as any in Italy, and as soon moved to be moody, and as soon moody to be moved.
And what two?
Nay, and there were two such, we should have none shortly, for one would kill the other. Why, thou would quarrel with a man for having a hair more or hair less in his beard than thou hast. Thou would quarrel with a man for cracking nuts, having no other reason but because thou hast hazel eyes. What eye, but such an eye, would spy out such a quarrel? Thou hast quarreled with a man for coughing in the street because he hath wakened thy dog that hath lain asleep in the sun. Didst thou not fall out with a tailor for wearing his new doublet before Easter? With another for tying his new shoes with old ribbon? And yet, thou will tutor me from quarreling.
And I were so apt to quarrel as thou art, any man should buy the fee simple of my life for an hour and a quarter.
The fee simple? Oh, simple.
By my head, give me the Capulets.
By my heel, I care not.
Follow me close, for I will speak to them. Gentlemen, good day. A word with one of you.
And but one word with one of us. Couple it with something, make it a word and a blow.
You will find me apt enough for that, sir, and you will give me an occasion?
Could you not take some occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consorts with Romeo.
Consort! And what dost thou make us, minstrels? And thou make minstrels of us? Look to hear nothing but discord. Here's my fiddlestick. Here's that shall make you dance.
We talk here in the public haunt of men. Either withdraw into some private place and reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes were made to look, and let them gaze! I will not budge for no man's pleasure. I.
Well, peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man.
But I'll be hanged, sir, if you wear your livery.
Romeo, the hate I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the love that I bear thee doth much excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain am I none. Therefore farewell. I see thou know'st me not.
Good boy, this shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me. Therefore turn and draw.
I do protest I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise. And so, good Capulet, whose name I tender as dearly as mine own, be satisfied.
Submission! Staccato carries it away. Tybalt! You rat catcher. Will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Good king of cats! Nothing but one of your 9 lives. And I mean to make bold with all. And as you shall use me hereafter, dry beat the rest of you. Will you pluck your sword out of his pilcher by the ear? Make haste, lest mine be about your ears, ere it be out.
I am for you.
Draw, Benvolio, beat down their weapons.
Come, sir! Your tostado.
Gentle Mercutio, put that rapier up!
Take him, Mercutio.
Friends,
Take him hard. Skin this cat. Push him back.
Tybalt.
Strike him,
Mercutio! Gentlemen, for shame! Don't dare this outrage! The preach expressly hath forbidden banging for on the streets.
Mercutio.
Put thy rapiers up!
Watch it.
Benvolio! Follow through! Put thy weapons up!
A plague on both your houses! What? Is he gone? And has nothing?
Was thou hurt?
I scratch. Barry, 'tis enough. Where is my page? Go, villain, fetch me a surgeon. Courage, friend, hurt cannot be much. Not so deep as a well, nor so wide as a church door. But 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. Ask for me tomorrow, and you shall find me a grave man. I'm peppered. I warn for this world. A plague on both your houses. Why the devil came you between us? I was hurt under your arm.
I thought all for the best.
Why? Romeo! Take me to the house like a face. A plague on both your houses. They have made one speak of me.
This gentleman, the prince's near ally, my very friend, has got his moral hurt in my behalf. My reputation stained with Tybalt's slander. Tybalt, that an hour hath been my kinsman. Ah, sweet Juliet, thy beauty hath made me effeminate, and in my temper softened valor's steel.